How to distinguish age. Bones do not reach maturity at the same time. It is possible to estimate age of a person by looking for the absence or presence of specific characteristics on a range of bones. For example, if the coronal suture is closed, this indicates that they are about age 50. Another example is if the lambdoidal is wide open and the sagittal and coronal sutures are open. This indicates that they are the age of 10 through 21. When the head of a long bone like the femur and humerus has totally fused to its shaft, it is another indication of age. Because this fusing occurs at different times with different bones, this information can be used to approximate age.
You can tell the race that a person was depending on the parts of their skull. For example, southwestern Mongoloid has a annealed skull that comes to a point, as well as the major sutures being very complex. The skull would also have rounded eye sockets, and their nasal opening would be flared at the base, making sort of a teardrop shape. Projecting zygomatic would be another feature, which is their cheekbones being sort of pointy, as well as having moderate prognathism, which is when their maxilla slopes out a little. American Black, the major sutures are simple, as well as having rectangular eye sockets. Their nasal openings flare, making sort of an oval shape, as well as having large prognathism, which is when their maxilla slopes out a lot. Last but not least, American Caucasoid. I hope I said that right. Same as American Black, their major sutures are simple, but American Caucasoid has eye sockets that slope a little, so they're a little tilted, also having deep nasal sills and no prognathism, so their maxilla doesn't slope out at all.
A skeleton height is to measure the humerus or femur. Databases state that the overall height of an individual is measured by their longest bone of the body. Yet the mathematical formula between bone length and estimate height varies depending on the race and bone. Information of the race and sex of the bone will calculate an accurate estimate of height. To calculate the height, measure the femur in centimeters, then multiply the length by 2.6. Add 65 to approximate the height of the person in centimeters. There is your result.
When determining the gender of a body by looking at its bones, the skeleton's overall size and sturdiness is obviously going to give some clues. And within a population, males tend to have larger, more robust bones and joint surfaces, and more bone development at muscle attachment sites. But however, the pelvis is the best sex-related skeletal indicator because of distinct features adapted for childbearing. The skull also has features that can indicate sex, though slightly less reliably. So here are some quick little bullet points of how to tell the difference between male and female by looking at bones. So for males, there's going to be narrow, heart-shaped pelvic intel, narrower sciatic notch, and narrower angle where the two pelvic bones meet in front. And for the female, there's going to be open circular pelvic intel, a more broad sciatic notch, wider angle where the two pubic bones meet in front, and more outwardly flared hip bones.